Sponsored by Panasonic. Smart factory solutions for any mix, any volume. Introducing the new NPM W2S, the ideal placement solution for manufacturers who value reduced setup and changeover time over volume.
Welcome to the Panasonic booth here in Productronica. Delighted to be joined by Harry Nagai, who's the Division Director for Panasonic. Welcome, Harry.
Thank you very much. My pleasure to have you.
So lots of new things happening here at Panasonic. I think one of the most significant things is a new software platform for end-to-end control of the line. It's called INLB.
That's right.
So tell us about this, Harry. I mean, why do you design a new software platform, and how does it work?
Okay. And most of the customers, they're having difficulties or challenges to communicate or to control the entire SMT lines because their MES system or any software need to talk with each individual equipment. So therefore, making the changes can be very complicated. But by utilizing this INLB as the system software, this INLB can control the whole line, entire line, including the non-Panasonic equipment, such as AOI, the SPIs, or even the reflow oven. So this can provide the very comfortable circumstances for the customers who can be very much relaxed in terms of the management, the production management, also to get the appropriate the plan or like swift changeover time. Yep.
So it's a much more open source software that connects to virtually any machine.
Yeah.
But it's backwards compatible to an extent. It can go back maybe a couple of different, a few years back, but maybe you could explain that.
Right. At this moment, our mainstream of the SMT is we call it the NPM series. Of course, this INLB can cover this all the NPM series, and also the one generation back, which is the we call it the CM series. So, such as the CM602. This is the mega hit, and since 15 years ago. But this INLB is able to talk to this CM602 as well.
That's excellent. That's quite important. Now, I also believe that it also communicates with a lot of the other software systems out there, like the IPC CFX and the OML Mentor, and also with of course with the MES systems that come into the factory.
Right. Yeah. This INLB is actually the system software between the line, SMT line, and customers' MES. So therefore, this INLB can be a kind of a bridging function between the line, SMT line, and MES system.
Okay. Now, one of the really unique features I think that you mentioned just before we started the interview is the fact that it can independently control the software on changeover. Yep. It can automate changeover. Can you explain to our viewers a little bit more how that works?
Right. The changeover does include the change the software program of each machine by this one interface of this INLB, and also changed even the rail width. So adapting the new models coming in for the PC board.
So that's really working towards a lights out factory where you can automate the whole process almost.
That's right. Yeah. So you can change or you can control the SMT lines from say remotely. So therefore, you are sitting in the control office, and then SMT line is sitting on the shop floor, but you can remotely control those SMT lines in terms of their programming, in terms of the changeover. This is how this INLB works.
I think that's great, and also it interfaces though with say MES and the supply chain of materials coming into the factory. Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yes. So this INLB will be cooperating with the, for example, the warehouse and even the AGV. Yep, in the very near future. This is our scope. Yeah, that's right. To make one of the dreams for many customers, non-operator production line. This is something customers are seeking, and yeah.
Yeah, because the more you can automate, then the more reliability you bring into the process, and less mistakes.
That's right. So that the quality point of view, and also labor saving point of view, and also the productivity point of view, this man-less the operation is something many customers are looking for at this moment. Yeah.
So, coming back to what we have here at the show, one of the machines you have at the front that we've already seen is the NPM VF.
Yep.
But you've had a lot of success with that. Can you explain some of the reasons behind that success?
Yeah, actually the NPM VF is the odd form components insertion or placement machine. And odd form component, what is it? The big size of connectors or the transformers, or like a big radial type of components, which cannot be handled by the normal insertion machines. So this VF machine is the kind of a solution we can provide for those components to be inserted automatically. And this can contribute the concept of no-man operation. Yep, and lots of the contacts from both automotive industries as well as the general industries.
Yeah, you've done pretty well in the mid-range as well, the small to medium manufacturers who are now starting to look at Panasonic as a real solution.
Yep, yeah, I think so. And not only from mid-size companies, but also the big-size companies, they are also interested in these solutions. Yes. Yeah.
Well, Harry, it's great to see continued development always at Panasonic, and of course we're all looking forward to seeing real results coming out of these full-line solutions, and eventually maybe one day we'll get some numbers about what improvements we can get on first pass yield. But for now, I want to thank you for joining us, and thank you for giving us the information on the INLB.
Thank you. Thank you for your participation. Thank you.